Me, 25 male, caught 25 female, girlfriend texting another guy. Relationship of 2 years. Hi. Last night, I caught my girlfriend of 2 years texting another guy. We lived together for the same duration. I own my house and live with my family. We met when she was 23 and I was 24 around January 2016. I'll be turning 26 in a couple of days, and unfortunately, I caught her in the act last night. She did such a piss-poor job of trying to hide it, but I managed to read the guy's message crystal clear as he said, "I wish I was putting my arms around you." And her response, "Aw, babe, me too." Insert emojis. As soon as I finish processing what I just read, I confront her, and we start arguing. I've seen her various times talking to this person, but she always claimed it was her friend and nothing more, to which I fully placed my trust with her. She eventually starts breaking down, begging for forgiveness, to give her another chance, but I told her we were through and I didn't want anything to do with her. She claims that guy's in another country, and it's not like she did anything physical. It was just text, but the mere fact that she even has to justify this is ridiculous. Before we slept last night, she again tried to apologize and hug me, but I told her to back off and to not touch me. She then started bringing up again the reason why she's been talking by saying that our relationship has become stagnant. She claims I'm not loving enough. Our intimacy is barely there, and that we both are always on our phones playing games or watching things and practically live in our own little worlds. While I do admit that lately our relationship has become rather stale, to point we are intimate maybe once or twice a week, it just feels like a cop-out excuse. I then told her, then why not speak up about this and why go betray me? She claims she's leaving today. I even left the money I owed her on the table in our bedroom, and at this point, I'm just wondering if I should level set my thoughts and feelings to give her another chance. For the first time in a long time, I cried in the shower just thinking of everything we've been through, and that 2 years is down the drain. Edit. I told her to leave and that we were through. I told her, what difference does it make whether he's here or a million miles away? The fact that you did this behind my back, or in this case, in front of me, is enough to tell me you don't give a damn, and for her to go find the emotional support somewhere else. The logic of some people is outstanding. Update. She just texted me saying she left my house, thanking me for everything and sorry that it didn't work out between us. I can't even. She said she took all her things and just sent me a farewell message. I'm really sorry you had to go through this. No matter how she tries to justify it, emotional cheating is still betrayal. The fact that she was trying to hide it and make excuses instead of being upfront about the issues in your relationship is a major red flag. It's tough when you invest years into someone only to find out they were lying behind your back, even if it was just texting. The distance doesn't matter. The trust is broken. I totally understand why you wouldn't want to give her another chance. If she was unhappy, she should have communicated with you instead of seeking attention elsewhere. You deserve someone who respects and values your relationship enough to work through tough times together, not someone who looks for emotional validation from another guy. It's gonna hurt for a while, but it's probably the best that she's out of your life now. You'll heal and eventually find someone who's loyal and communicates openly. Stay strong. Story 2. My 18 male girlfriend, 18 female, of 8 months may be cheating on me with her ex. My girlfriend and I are in the same program in college. We have class together every day, and she drives me to and from school since I'm on the way. We've been dating for 8 months, and although we have some issues with arguing, all is well. I trust her more than I trust anybody else. We got together shortly after she broke up with her boyfriend, 18 male, of 5 months, and has told me about her relationship with him. Their relationship was great. She said he was the first guy she ever really loved. She tells me she loves me in the same way. But one day he completely randomly ghosted her. She was obviously extremely hurt and went on without any closure. She later found out he had cheated on her. We've discussed what would happen if he messaged her one day, and she had told me that she wanted to meet with him if she had the opportunity to find out what happened and to have some closure. I agreed and said I'd be okay with her doing this as long as it was in a public place. She agreed and said she only wanted to meet with him once and had no intentions of ever talking to him again past that. Fast forward to a month ago, He messaged her and she met up with him at a coffee shop. She told me everything they talked about, and apparently he had suspicions of her cheating on him, so he ghosted her and hooked up with another girl. I believe she never actually cheated on him. Here's where it gets interesting. She had already told me he had a very hard family life. His parents were both addicted to hard drugs, and he always struggled in school. When they met up, he told her all about his current situation and mentioned he was suicidal. She says he has no friends and nobody to turn to, so she feels the need to be there for him in a non-romantic way as she still cares for him as a person. They started messaging every once in a while. My girlfriend refuses to let me see her messages with this other guy, saying that he trusts her not to tell anyone about his current situation and she does not want me to see that. She argues that she's already told me enough about his life that she shouldn't have told me, and I completely understand that. She meets him every once in a while after a shift at work to bring him food as she works at a fast food restaurant. We have an agreement that she'll tell me before every time she goes to see him, so she makes sure to tell me every time she's going to do this. And when she does go, she supposedly lets him vent for an hour or two, then goes home. We both feel this guy's manipulating her as he keeps threatening suicide and saying he has nobody, but feels stuck. I'm trying to be understanding and letting her meet with him because if something was to happen to him, she would hate herself and resent me for not letting her help him. I feel there's no other choice than to let her meet with him. She says she doesn't even like doing it and gets a little annoyed with some of the things he says. One of my issues is that she does not reply to my texts very often while she's with him. She's usually very quick to respond and is always on her phone. If she's with any other friends, she always responds quickly. I've confronted her about this and told her, although I'm trying my hardest to trust her, I need reassurance and it's the least I can ask for. She agreed and said she'd work on it. Tonight, she said she was going to one of her friends' houses to hang out with her. She said she'd only go for a short amount of time as she was very tired and needed to catch up on sleep. I said, cool, have fun, and just text me when you get there. She forgot to text me, so I messaged her but got no response. I checked Snap Maps, a new feature on Snapchat that allows you to see where your friends are, to ensure she made it there safely and saw she was at her friend's house. I get a message a few minutes later apologizing for forgetting to let me know. So I replied saying it was all good and to have a good time or just call or text me when she was on her way home. An hour and a half pass and I'm wondering why she hasn't headed home yet. So I check Snap Maps and see she's at her ex's house. At this point, I'm wondering why she hasn't messaged me. Snap Maps updates when the user's on Snapchat, so I know she's been on her phone. It says she was active 1 minute ago. She spent at the very least a whole hour there and did not respond to me at any point, although I could see she was active on her phone multiple times through that span. Then she replied saying, "Hey, my bad." I asked her what her and her friend were up to that whole time, and she said, just chillin'. Snap Maps has not updated now for an hour and a half since she hasn't opened Snapchat, so I can only assume she's still there. She's obviously hiding something, but I don't want to bring it up until we're in person and in a place where we can talk freely, which will probably be on Friday, if not tomorrow. I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but it really hurts to see her blatantly lie and pretend she was still with her friend. I also want to give her time to tell me on her own, but if she doesn't by tomorrow, I'm going to bring it up. Am I overanalyzing this? What are your opinions on the situation? How should I approach and how long should I wait? I don't want to go in accusing her of cheating, but I feel like I'm being taken advantage of in putting this much trust in her. I think you've been way more understanding than most people would be, especially with her staying in contact with an ex who clearly still has a lot of emotional baggage. It's concerning that she lied about being at her friend's house and ended up at her ex's instead. Even if her intentions are innocent, she's being real secretive, and that's not fair to you. You're not overanalyzing it. Her actions are making you doubt her, and that's on her to fix. It's one thing to help someone in need, but lying and hiding where she is doesn't add up. You have every right to feel uneasy. When you talk to her, just be honest about how it's affecting your trust in the relationship. You deserve transparency, especially when an ex is involved. At the end of the day, if she can't respect your boundaries and be honest with you, it's going to be hard to move forward. Trust is everything, and right now it seems like she's testing that. Stay calm when you talk to her, but definitely don't let this slide. You deserve better than being kept in the dark.